BTS. It's Steel.
But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean.
Keeping it real.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven and this is Steel Keeping It Real. So you know what today is. That's right, it is BTS Saturday! And because it is BTS Saturday, what I like to do is go back to where it all began and work their albums and their songs in chronological order. If a new song happens to come out, then I'll do that song, and then I'll go right back to where I left off in the list. Now, we are finally on the album That's right, it is B. Now, B is an album that came out, I think, in late 2020, and it actually is the album that has Dynamite on it. Now, I've already done Dynamite, so that's the last song on the album, but right now we're doing the first song on the album, and the song is called Life Goes On, and there's an actual video for this. Now, as I've been going through these, of course, I've been seeing BTS mature big time. Sometimes on earlier albums, they show glimpses of their maturity. And then sometimes they go back to being the hardcore people that they are. And I like that dichotomy that they do have. So I don't know what to expect with this one, although I've heard Dynamite, so I kind of know how poppy it can get. But in between there, what are the type of songs that we're going to get? So with Life Goes On, only expectation I have is that it's BTS and that it should be fairly good. So if you like albums like this, or if you like songs like this and others on my channel, please don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification button, because I'm doing at least 15 videos each and every week. So without any further ado, here is Life Goes On.
And here we go.
세상이 멈춰서 아무런 예고도 하나 없이 꿈은 기다림을 몰라서 눈치 없이 와버렸어. 자국이 지워진 거리 여기 남아져 있는 나 혼자 가는 시간이 미안해 말도 없이 오늘도 비가 내릴 것 같아 흠뻑 젖어버렸네. 아직도 멈추질 않아 저 먹구름보다 빨리 달려가 그럼 될 줄 알았는데 나 겨우 사람인가 봐. 몹시 아프네 세상이란 놈이 지갑기 덕분에 눌러보는 먼지 쌓인 되감기 넘어진 채 청하는 엇박자의 춤 겨울이 오면 내 진짜 더 뜨거운 숨 끝이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 할까 발이 뜨지 잘 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아줘 미래로 달아나자 I cannot go in the forest 하루가 돌아오겠지 아무 일도 없던 듯 안녕이란 말로 오늘과 내일을 또 함께 이어보자고 멈춰있지 마 어둠에 숨지마 빛은 더 떠오르니까 끝이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 할까 말이 되지 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아 저 미래로 달아나자 Like an echo in the forest 하루가 돌아오겠지 아무 일도 없던 듯이 Yeah, life goes on Like an arrow in the blue sky 또 하루 또 날아가지 On my pillow, on my table Yeah, life goes on like it's a game I remember
All right, so that, excuse me. So that is Life Goes On. One thing that is evident, because I did mention the time frame that this came out, that they were talking about life as far as COVID is concerned. Life goes on, like an echo in the forest, things like that, life goes on. Probably didn't use the echo in the forest in the right frame of reference, but you understand what I mean. And a lot of this showed the isolation of them all. They were all, 7 of them, always around at the same time, because of course during quarantine you had to, if you had a core set of people that were part of your family, and I would probably think BTS considers themselves family by this time, that you were locked down with those particular people. And some of us didn't have anybody to be locked down with, this guy included. I've been isolated and in solitary confinement the whole time, and even though certain restrictions were lifted and like the pandemic is over, it doesn't mean COVID is over, because now we're back having this new surge of the Omicron B or whatever it is. So now now they're putting back certain mask mandates and stuff like that. And so, here we are back again, and this I don't know when this is going to end, but life still does go on. People are still consumers, they're still buying things, so people still have jobs to go to. If they want to have roofs over their head, and they want to have electricity, or they want to have their internet, or any of that, food in their stomach, they've got to work, even though we are in this time frame. And it's it makes you think about consumerism, and capitalism. Even if it wasn't capitalism, even if this was communism, everybody would still have to work. So, might as well make some money out of it. You know what I mean? So, the sentiment, I like the sentiment. I also liked how, the song sounded like a spring song, and it mentioned spring is over. Wipe the the footprints are gone, like from the snow or anything like that, or spring is beginning from the snow and things like that. So, or did it say spring is over? I'm not sure, but a season had been over. We're on to the next season. This sounds like a kind of a spring day, like maybe it just had a rain, and this is the aftermath of the rain, and the skies are blue, and the birds are out chirping, and it just sounded like one of those happy-go-lucky songs, and that puts it in the right frame of mind. Everybody was affected by COVID, and so you might as well have some happiness as part of it. And if this song can do that for BTS's ARMY and anybody else, you know, had I heard this song at the beginning of COVID, you know what, I might have taken a deeper frame of mind with it. But then after the song plays, life still goes on. You still got that reality that smacks you right in the face. So either way, but it's a nice sentiment to have. And I can only think that if this is coming out in late 2020, you know, COVID-19, and I think I already did state that I saw one video where it didn't look like they were wearing masks, but it happened in, I think it happened in early 2020. And that was in California. And if it was like around February of 2020, that would explain why they weren't wearing their mask. And I had to change the header on mine because I was like, were BTS taking COVID seriously? Now, you know, that I wasn't saying anything bad about the song. I was just like, with the video, I didn't see any mask. But I forgot, you know, I didn't get sent home until March of 2020. So if they did the video in February of 2020, you know, nobody would have been wearing masks as of that time frame. So I changed the header, put something else in there. We're all good. So I did like it. It was a nice, cheery. It sounded like something that would have been, you know, maybe mid-90s alternative. You know, things like the, you know, not grunge, but, you know, maybe like the Lisa Loeb and Sarah McLachlan and, you know, around that area, you know, of music of the 90s. But it's still, I did like that part of the 90s because it was a little bit more optimistic, maybe to say, even though, you know, it was a little bit more optimistic. Okay, if you are still here, I thank you very much for staying tuned. I really do appreciate it. First and foremost, I want you guys to like the videos as much as I like making them for you. Then after that, all you need to do to help me out with the channel is to like, subscribe, share, and comment.